We might be getting the Halloween trailer on Saturday. So in case you guys haven't seen yet, this Saturday, Blumhouse and Universal are hosting a watch-along party for Halloween 2018. The May 16th event is at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time, and it's hosted by David Gordon Green and Jamie Lee Curtis, along with John Carpenter, Jason Blum, Nick Castle, Judy Greer, and James Jude Courtney, and they'll all be hosting it through the hashtag Halloween at Home. Universal's done a few of these since quarantine started, but what you really need to know is that you need to bring your own copy of Halloween 2018, and then at the beginning of the event, right before it starts, they're going to tweet out that they're paused on a certain frame, and then you'll have to pause on that frame, and then everyone will hit play at the same time. It's a little confusing. I've seen a few people thinking that they're going to stream the movie for free, but that's how you do it in case you needed to know. If you're going to participate, you'll also want to follow the Halloween Movies account on Twitter, because that's where Jamie Lee Curtis and David Gordon Green are going to be tweeting from. And if you want to see what everyone else I listed has to say, make sure you're following them and turn on notifications for their accounts, so every time they tweet this Saturday, you'll know exactly what they're saying. And of course, if you're not following me already, you should also do that, because I'll be tweeting along with the movie, and I'm one of those people who absolutely loved Halloween 2018, so if you want some positive reactions, head over to my account, which is at Jimmy Champane. I actually haven't participated in a lot of these watch-alongs, except for, of course, the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs every Friday night on Shudder. Other than that, though, there haven't been really any that caught my eye, but this is one I'm actually really excited for, because as you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, one of the biggest issues I have with the Halloween 2018 Blu-ray release is that there was no director's commentary from David Gordon Green, and that's kind of like one movie you really want a director's commentary on, so I'm glad we're finally getting that, albeit on Twitter. I'll just have to take a bunch of screenshots, you know? And since Halloween Kills is already done and they're probably looking ahead to Halloween Ends, they'll probably tell us some things we should be paying attention to in Halloween 2018 to get us ready for those next two movies in the franchise. Hell, maybe David Gordon Green will just straight up tell us how Michael Myers could have escaped at the end of Halloween 2018, because I know that's one question a lot of us still have and we're scratching our heads on it. Another interesting thing about this watch along is that after the movie is over, there's going to be a commentary with David Gordon Green and Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, a lot of people are taking that to mean that we're definitely going to see the Halloween Kills trailer, but I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything. I just don't think it's worth really getting your hopes up that we're going to see the trailer, and I'll explain why over the next few minutes. First off, someone asked Ryan Turek for an update on Twitter, because all we really have to go off at this point is a tweet from Jason Blum that said soon, and that was over a month ago, so I feel like that's the time frame in which soon encapsulates. And thankfully, Ryan responded saying, "The movie opens in October. We are still in May. From film to film, marketing strategies change. There's a different plan for this one, but stuff is in the works." And to be honest with you guys, I think it's about time we just lay off of Ryan Turek a little bit and stop hounding him every day asking him when we're getting the trailer. They know we want it, they know we're excited for it, we'll get it when it actually happens. And on top of that, I don't really think we have any reason to be freaking out just yet, because we're not too far removed from the marketing cycle for Halloween 2018. I went back and double checked, and the poster for Halloween 2018 released on April 19th of that year, which is why a lot of people started spreading that false rumor that around April 16th or 19th this year, we'd get the Halloween Kills poster and then the trailer a few days later, which again, turned out to not be true. That's really one of the biggest reasons I don't think we're going to see the trailer this weekend, but since we're right around that date range in which we got the Halloween 2018 poster, I think there is a chance we could get the poster for Halloween Kills at the very least. Also, you guys have to remember, besides the fact that we're in a pandemic, the first trailer for Halloween 2018 dropped on June 8th of that year. So if I had to guess when we could potentially see the trailer for Halloween Kills, I don't think it's going to be before June 8th of this year. Unfortunately, things are so touch and go still with when movie theaters are going to open in the biggest markets that Universal is concerned with, that I totally understand why Blumhouse is being so cagey with this trailer and why they kind of might want to hold on to it as long as possible. Because like I've mentioned a few times now, if they drop the first trailer in June and then the second one towards the end of August like they did with the last Halloween movie, and then they have to delay it an entire year into October 2021, that's going to suck for everyone involved, because they would have gotten everyone hyped for a movie that's over a year away, and we will be hyped for over a year for something we know is coming. You know, it's just like, it's not a great situation to release a trailer too early. That's what I think a lot of people need to understand. And speaking of Halloween Kills and Ends being delayed, I think there is still a very real chance that that happens for both movies, but I think the chance that Halloween Ends gets delayed is increased a lot because Universal put out a new updated slate with all of their new release dates, and they're reserving a spot on October 14th, 2022 for an untitled Blumhouse Productions movie. Of course, we already know that Halloween Ends is called Halloween Ends and it's not untitled, but if they were planning on delaying it and they were just reserving the spot just in case, there's no way they'd ever put the Halloween Ends name there until they were 100% sure it was going to be released in 2022. And thinking ahead a little more, I'm pretty positive that if Halloween Kills comes out this year by some miracle, they're still going to have to delay Halloween Ends at least until 2022. The reason I think that is they haven't shot anything for Halloween Ends yet, and the idea of getting a bunch of people together to shoot a movie in August or September of this year just doesn't seem like it could feasibly happen with the reality of what's going on with this pandemic. So in my mind, they're probably going to wait till August or September of 2021 to shoot Halloween Ends and then release it a full year later, as much as that sucks. I do want to see it around October though, so if I have to wait a year to see it, that's fine with me. But yeah, jumping back to Halloween Kills, a few months ago, we started speculating that we might actually get to see some behind the scenes stuff from that movie on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I think is what that show is called, because Kyle Richards is one of the stars of that show, and of course she's coming back to play Lindsay Wallace in Halloween Kills. She originally played her in Halloween 1978, which is pretty damn cool. To be honest with you guys, the show isn't really for me, but I've kept my eye on it over the season just to see if anything would pop up, and nothing really has until now. This one's actually really cool to talk about because it was sent to me from a viewer of my channel who's been around since like the very beginning, since I started talking about Halloween here. Her name is Emerald O'Brien, and it's not actually a clip from the show, it's from an after show interview Variety did with Kyle Richards on YouTube. Of course, I'll link it in the description, but I'll warn you guys, it gets pretty long and she doesn't actually talk about Halloween till the 26-minute mark. The first thing she mentioned was how the filmmakers approached her to come back and play Lindsay Wallace. She said from the very beginning she was really excited about it because she's worked with Jamie Lee Curtis before and she was aware of who David Gordon Green was and knows he's awesome, but they told her, make sure you read through the script because this is not a walk-on, walk-off role that's going to be really easy. There's some hard stuff to deal with in it, so make sure you want to do that before you commit. And in a move that I was a little surprised by and actually find pretty cool, she said after she read the script, she was honestly freaked out by the scene that they were talking about when they told her to read through it, and she didn't know if she'd be able to perform it, but at the end of the day, she said F it and signed on to the movie, and that's a pretty badass move. She also brought up something that I hadn't really thought about, but since Halloween Kills seems like it's going to take place on the same night as Halloween 2018, a lot of the shoots were overnight shoots, so she had to change her entire sleeping schedule so that she would wake up at 5:30 p.m. and go to work and then get off work at 7:30 a.m. And I don't know, one of my best friends does the night shift and it does not sound very fun, so I gotta commend her for being able to do that because that sounds like it would suck. And on top of all of that, when they got to the scene that scared her when she read the script, she ended up breaking her nose during a take, but she didn't want to have a stunt person come in and do the role for her, so she didn't tell anyone that her nose was broken and she powered through it. And she said that she has like a big knot on the side of her nose now, which it's pretty cool dedication to Halloween. I appreciate that a lot. And at the very end, the interviewer asked her if the virus was affecting the movie, and she said no, everything's going pretty much according to plan and it's almost done being edited, but she was supposed to come in and ADR some lines, but she couldn't do that because of the virus, so she'll just have to do that before it releases. And as someone whose day job is in production, I can tell you that that's probably going to be a very minor setback, so if they're looking at the movie and they're like, Kyle Richards hasn't recorded her ADR lines yet, what the are we gonna do? That's not gonna happen. They're just gonna be like, okay, we'll just have her like set up a sound booth in her home and record it there or something like that. It's probably not a big deal. I promise guys, we do not need to get freaked out about this one. I'm honestly not sure how long Real Housewives seasons are, but if we were going to see any footage from the actual movie, I would bet that it would be towards the end of the season so it lines up closer with the marketing strategy so they can play the trailer or some behind the scenes footage or something like that to get the moms at home watching this show excited for Halloween Kills. That is a weird sentence. I didn't think about it until I said it. They're trying to get moms excited for Halloween Kills. It's kind of funny, right? But that's all I have for you guys this week on Halloween. I'd love to hear what you think of all of this down in the comments below, and make sure again that you go follow me on Twitter at Jimmy Champane so we can watch along Halloween 2018 together this Saturday. Anyway guys, my name is Jimmy Champane and I'll see you in the next one. Shape on.